Hello, everyone. It's Renata from the eSpot, and in this video, I will be giving you my prediction of who will win UMK 2025. This video is part of my work as a doctoral researcher of contemporary culture studies at the University of Jyväskylä in Jyväskylä, Finland. If you would like to learn more about my research, please watch the informational video that I have linked in the video description below. I will not collect any personal information from the viewers of this video or anyone who engages within the comment section. So with that out of the way, let's get into my prediction. I did decide to do this as a live video for several reasons. It's been a really busy week getting ready for UMK, and it's going to be an even busier week as I prepare to go to UMK, and then probably some pretty crazy weeks after that. So I am trying to conserve my energy. Also, if you know me, you know that I love to yap. And actually, I find that it's a bit easier to yap freely on a live stream because I'm not limited by, the space on my computer, or I've had videos just not render after I've recorded them. So just by going live, it kind of lets YouTube take care of the heavy lifting on the technological end. Also, I would really like to see what you guys have to say in the comments, what you think. If you agree, disagree, I'm welcome to hear everybody's thoughts. I will be checking on the comments as I go through my notes here. Hi, Miko. Greetings from Jyväskylä, which is where I am right now. So we are 1 week from the UMK final. We have received rehearsal teasers for all of the artists, all 6 artists, because we have 6 instead of 7. I'm really interested to see how they fill that extra little bit of time, because it probably bought them about 6 minutes of time on the show. So I wonder what that's going to be. And I'm just ready to start speculating. Honestly, there's been so many thoughts as I've been listening to the songs and kind of following the responses that people have had to the songs. Obviously, anything can happen between now and the show. We've seen that before. People who we thought were going to be great flop, people we didn't even consider win. You just never know what'll happen. But the thing is once you go to the rehearsal on the day of, it becomes a lot clearer. And I remember last year at rehearsals, after Windows 95 Man performed, I turned to Maxi Rainbow, who will be in Finland with me at the rehearsals. I turned to them and said, okay, that might win, just based on how impactful it was and the response within the audience. So I will try my best to do a really quick live stream between the rehearsal and the final on Saturday, so that I can give you my impression on the ground of what happened. I can't show you any videos from the arena, but I can talk about what I saw. And I will have press accreditation, so I'll probably be coming to you from the UMK press room. If you don't want to miss the live updates, make sure you subscribe, because they could come at any moment. I won't necessarily give pre-warnings for that. So rolling up my sleeves, let's get into this. I'm going to go in the running order, just because I feel like that makes the most sense. If we're talking about the predictions for the show, how things are going to go, I think we might as well start with the running order. I don't know how much I'm going to talk, and so I've got my cup of tea. So excuse me while I sip that as I go along. So first song in the running order, we have Costee with Sekaisin. I'm worried, you guys. I'm worried. If you saw my ranking video, you know that this is one of my top 3 songs. I have it 3rd. I love this song. Loved it since I heard it, and it's only grown on me more. It is currently, or at least as far as 3 a.m. this morning when I was doing my notes for the show, it was at 12th in the Finland top 50 on the Spotify streaming chart. And I will be using that as a metric throughout, because I feel like that shows pretty well like what people are more or less choosing to listen to. So all songs made it onto the top 50, currently are on the top 50. They may have peaked somewhere differently, but all songs currently 1 week out are on the top 50, but you'll hear they're in wildly different places. So 12th, I mean, to have a top 12, top 20 song in your country, like, is amazing. So that's not bad at all. He's got a lot of hardcore fans. They're obviously streaming the song like crazy. My streams are counting for Finland, and I have been streaming the song a lot. I did hear this song in the grocery store, and that was cool, to be in the store. And I still sometimes have those feelings when I'm out, and I like almost forget that I'm in Finland, um, until because I hear the songs when I'm out, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a Finnish song, and I'm like, oh yeah, well that's because I'm in Finland, so of course it would be a Finnish song that I know playing on the loudspeaker somewhere. But so I did hear it in a grocery store, which means that there's commercial interest here. It's a song that like corporate offices are thinking like people would want to listen to. So that's good. What's not so good is that this is the least viewed of all of the music videos. So it has only 307,000 views, which is quite a bit of views. I mean, it's not nothing, but it is the lowest by over 150,000 views. So people are not choosing to watch the video, but they are choosing to watch the song. And it is a song contest, not a music video contest. Thinking, across all of the videos, it maybe was one of the less interesting of the videos. There's nothing shocking in it. It's just like, him singing. So it just might not be what people are excited about. The rehearsal video came out on Instagram, and this was when I was worried when they said Costee was first, because that's not good. Sini Sabotage came first, did not work out for her, and something else that happened with Sini Sabotage, I'm afraid, is happening to him, which is that they might have him doing too much stuff. In this little clip on Instagram, we saw he had a harness, so he's probably doing something aerial. And we did see Sexmain do something aerial, but that was kind of the only thing that he did. However, with this, there's like a chair dance and something with the mic stand. So he's obviously going from like singing position to dancing position to, I guess, flying through the air position. I'm worried. I think the placement and the fact that like he's doing some kind of like spectacle, it might not pay off with the risk. So I really do hope that everything goes well with him, because I do like this song a lot. But it's not looking promising. So as far as the results for this song, I think that it's probably going to be middling on both the jury and the public. It's not a groundbreaking song, but it is I would say a pretty like well-made song. So you might have some jurors seeing, that it's very inoffensive, I guess, the song. So I can see them giving some points. I don't see it getting a ton of 12s. I do see the public voting for it because he has a lot of fans, and the public vote is worth 75%. However, Sexmain last year also had a lot of fans, and he did not even come like top 3 in the televote. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the fans are going to vote. Like, I think that if he can't pull it off, people aren't going to pay to vote. So I think a lot of it will depend on whether or not he can pull it off, which obviously is the case with everyone does. But the public vote is worth 75%, so I think he will get some votes. He is currently the last in the like community ranking of who do you want to win, or is it who do you want to win or who do you think will win? Sorry, let me just double check. Who should win? This is from Eurovision World. Who should win? Only 2% said Costee, so very low. People in the like global Eurovision community thinking that he should win. However, most of those people can't vote. So like those are Euro fans. They could be from all over. I don't know how many of them are from Finland, but if they can't vote, then their opinion doesn't really matter. It is an interesting metric to look at, but I don't know if this is one that we should put a ton of weight on, considering it's a Finnish song and these people can't vote for it anyway, because obviously Finnish people are listening to it. Let me just check the comments. You don't think the order means much in UMK? I mean, the Rasmus performed first, but the Rasmus was really famous. And when you look at last year, the first 3 who went ended up in the bottom. So they got nothing. All of the first, second, third all came in the second half of the show. So it might not always mean a lot, but it definitely doesn't mean nothing. And I feel like the producers may have I think it also might be that the producers last year and this year maybe are choosing the stronger ones to go later, or what they perceive to be the stronger ones to go later. Because I don't think this was a random draw. If it was, let me know, but I think it's too important of a show to do it randomly. Like there's a lot of logistics with the props and things. So the community had it. Hi, Cookie. Hi, Cookie. Hi, you. Oh, you needy girl. Oh, your Cookie is here, everybody. Cookie is here. Hi. We did an interview with Goldilocks earlier, and Cookie made an appearance because she always does. You're gonna help me with my prediction, Cookie. Okay. So community has this one last. I actually don't think it's going to come last. I don't think it's going to do much better than last, but I don't actually think it'll come last. Because the song that I do think is coming last is Nightmares by Nia River. She is in trouble. In that top 50, Finland top 50, she's 49th. So she's barely in the top 50. Finnish people are just not listening to this song. And if they're not listening to the song, if they won't listen to the song like basically for free on Spotify, like are they going to pay to vote for this song? I don't think so. So flip side of that is that she does have the second most viewed video, 553,000 views. But this was the first video to come out. So unlike with the top 50, the longer your song is out, the lower it's going to go because you peak and then you drop off. And I don't know what she peaked at. But with the videos, it's different because those numbers only can go up. So it would make sense, like in a numbers game across time, that she would have. If she had very low views, she'd be dead in the water. But there is hope for her based on the views. Also, I do think that this song is a bit more internationally appealing. So it's probably those foreigners, and this is going to come up again. The foreigners are the ones who are listening to the song. The foreigners are the ones who are watching the video online. So the rehearsals, they had a lot of lasers, like a lot of lasers, which we saw in the video. I think people kind of expected that we would have lasers. And they had like smoke machines, so it's going to be like atmospheric. The thing about that is you could very easily like overdo it, and then it could just look like corny rave scene. And like I don't know where the dynamism will be. Like, is it just going to be a laser show, or is there going to be something else happening? They didn't really show us. So I mean, I think it looks like it'll be pretty cool. I bet in the arena it will be awesome because lasers are really cool, and the light system in Nokia Arena is awesome. So it's probably going to like the whole place, I'm sure, is just going to be like on fire with lasers. The thing about Nia is she is kind of just starting out now as a solo artist. She isn't super experienced for performance. Like, she's never done like a big TV stage performance like this before. However, she's a really hard worker. She's talked about that. Other people have talked about that like she really puts her all into what she does. So I wouldn't be surprised if she surprised us on Saturday, but I do think that this is probably going to be, there's a chance that this could be one of the weaker ones on stage, especially if the staging is a bit too static, like with Just Lasers. So, like as I said, it depends on the live. The jury could give her points if she can pull this off live. It's an extremely international song. I think that like this is something that does seem Eurovision-esque. And I think juries would vote for it. However, I do expect her to come last in the televote. As I said, nobody is going to pay to vote for this song if they don't even want to listen to the song. And that's 75%. So if you come last in the televote, you're done. You're done. Like there's no way to come back from that. Like the way UMK is set up with the 25-75, basically if you don't win the televote, you don't win. So this is not winning the televote, period, which means it's not winning the show. Yeah, I just unfortunately don't see any way forward for this. Community on Eurovision World does have it at 12%, but again, this is international people, they can't vote. So like if there was a possibility where it could go to Eurovision, it probably would be appealing, but I don't know if it'll get to that stage for her, unfortunately. Because I do think it's a good song. I like it. Oh wait, I'm sorry guys if that hit the microphone. I don't want to preen myself too much. Should turn the monitor off, but I want to see my chat here. 4 favorites. It's hard. There's some good songs. So moving on, the third song that will be out is Made Of by Goldilocks. Also, I interviewed Goldilocks today, so you should check my channel for the interview with her. We talk about all kinds of stuff. She's so sweet. What a nice girl. I really hope the best for her. So currently 30th in the top 50 chart. Not great, but not bad considering that the song is in English. So like the Finnish music market does prefer Finnish language music, and good for them. So considering that it's in English, it's a pretty good result being 30th. With the views on YouTube, it's at 478,000, which is respectable. Like that's good, but it's not crazy good. In the rehearsals, that video actually came out today. It came out yesterday. It looked like she was going to be in a lot of kind of static positions. Like there's some kind of like, couldn't tell if it was a half circle or if it was a whole circle. I think it looked like a half circle, but then when I was watching Erica's rehearsal clips, you could see in the background there was a whole circle thing. So I think maybe that was her. Cookie, don't you start barking. Don't you start. So she's got something that she's going to be laying on, which is good because it's easier to sing when you're not like exerting yourself. Like the opposite of problem with like Costee, who I think is going to be like out of breath by that workout that he's going to do on stage is over. But when I talked to her today in the interview, she said that part of her preparations was like intense cardio training so that she would be able to sing the song, do the dancing, and keep her breath. She also said she used to be an athlete. So like she has the stamina to probably like perform and sing at the same time. So I think that's a really good sign. Like it sounds like she's prepared. She definitely feels confident that she can do it and like can handle the exertion. So I do think that the juries could like this. It's a super international song. I think it sounds very modern as well, whereas maybe Nia River's song is a little bit more like bog standard pop. This feels like a little bit more creative, like authentic pop, which is sort of the direction that like the industry is going and Eurovision is going as well. So I think it could do okay with the juries. I think the only way she's getting adequate public vote is if this was one of those situations like with Fuego, where everyone has their socks blown off, where they just can't believe like what a good performance it was. It would really have to be something incredible for her to win, the public vote, which, as we know, is necessary. So I actually, maybe I'm an eternal optimist, but I could see this making top 3. Like if all the cards are right, if she does really great and some other people maybe aren't as lucky, I think there is a chance here for her. It is second in the community vote on Eurovision World, which with 18%, which is a great sign if she moves on to Eurovision. But again, these people aren't going to be the people who are going to be voting. It's going to be the Finnish people who are going to be voting. But I'm really cheering for her. I really can't wait to see what she does. And I love the song, and I love the rest of her music too. Like, you should go and check out her other stuff. Electrifying is a great song by her. Definitely check that one out if you're gonna check her other music. Okay. So next we have Aina by Vivi. This song currently is 6th in the Spotify top 50, which means that a lot of people are listening to this song. That is like really, really good. And I think I saw someone said Ishcom is first on Spotify. I don't think that's correct, because I checked this at like 3 a.m, and I'll double check right now, but I was surprised when I saw that it wasn't first. No, it's not first. It's a song. Actually, the top 2 songs on the Finland top 50 are by Ares, and then a song by Turisti, and then Kia, and then another song by Ares. I have no idea who Ares is. I have never heard of this person before. So I think maybe I need to check that out, because obviously Finnish people are listening to it. But yeah, we have Aina's 6th on the Finnish top 50. So really, apparently the only person who can hold a candle to Vivi right now is this Aras guy. I'm guessing it's probably rap. So great for the streaming, amazing sign on the streaming. With the music video, it's not as exceptional. She has 458,000 views, which puts her at 5th out of 6. So not great. But this could be that it's just not an interesting video. Of all of the videos, like with Costee's, like it's pretty boring. It's just like her and then this weird sun portal thing. So I don't think that it's like, I don't think it hasn't caused people to want to go back to watch the video, but it has caused people to want to go to listen to the song. So that is really good. Rehearsals, I thought, were looking promising. She is a good singer, so that's good for her. She's got a lot of experience. Rehearsals looks very low intensity. I couldn't see any like obvious prop or apparatus that she would be interacting with. So we might get like a very intimate, impactful staging where she's able to just sing the song. And I think that's so important for these live shows. Like, let the singer sing. Don't force them to dance. Don't force them to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Hire dancers if you want crazy stuff. And I have a feeling we're going to see some dancers that they just didn't show us that. But this is giving me like a interpretive type dance staging. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. So this is 3rd from last. Sara Sipala also went 3rd from last with a ballad with the subdued staging. So there's definitely a flow, so to speak, that UMK has found, which is the slow song in the middle. And even with the releases, that's the way that they did it. I mean, I think a lot of the impact for this song would have been lost if they put it like at the very beginning. So as far as the actual voting, I think this could be the jury winner. It is giving jury bait. I mean, that often gets said with ballads, like, oh, well, the juries love the ballads. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I do get the sense that this might be the most jury friendly of all of the songs. It's very classic, and she is a good singer. Clearly, Finnish people are listening to the song, so they like it enough to listen to it. Will they like it enough to pay money to vote for it? Will they like it? Do they like it as a song, but they don't like it as a Eurovision song? That might be something that people are thinking about when they vote. The community ranking has it 4th with 10%. But again, this is mostly people who can't vote. And I guess I'll spoil it, but Erica Vickman got 50% of that public vote or community vote, let's say. So there was 50% to go to 5 other acts. So to be at 10%, like when there's only not that many points to go around, it's pretty good. That's a very imperfect poll, but I do think that there might be a dynamic going on with this particular song where, Cookie, you're hurting me. I do wonder that if there's like regret among Finnish people that they didn't send Paskana last year. So is she going to benefit from that sense of regret that like we didn't send the beautiful heartfelt ballad last year, so we should send it this year as like some kind of justice for Sada? And I really hope that she's performing. I really hope that she's performing this weekend. Because that would be really great. She deserves it. She deserves a second chance to sing for us. So I do think this is one to watch. I do think it's a likely top 3. I don't know that it's going to be a runaway winner. It could be. It could be. It's a possibility. After the rehearsals, I think I'll know as soon as she finishes if that's going to be the winner or not. Okay, actually, I'm curious now because I saw that before I started the video that the Ule Instagram account posted something, and it was some kind of a teaser. Oh, nothing new. So it was just like a shh emoji, like shh emoji. So they're teasing something. I think they might be teasing whatever that replacement is for puppy, 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 puppy. Puppy, 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 hi, yo, baby. So I wish I could just put her down, but she's just gonna want to come on my lap again. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. So moving on, the 5th song. It does kind of suck that we don't have that 7th song, honestly. Like, I think that it would be a lot more interesting and more excitement if we did have that 7th song. But so coming 5th is Hitamin Hautan, currently 7th in streaming. Not bad. Not bad. You have got a top 10 song in your country. Amazing. 3rd most viewed video, 542,000 views. And it is an interesting video. Like, even though there's not necessarily a lot going on, like the visuals are really nice. And it is a little bit dynamic. And she's like this amazing dancer, like classically trained dancer or whatever. The rehearsals, this was the clip that came out today, looked really good. It looks pretty pared back. She's definitely dancing, which she's so good at. You can even see in the rehearsal where she doesn't look like she's going through the motions. Like, you can see she's just hitting it, like almost without trying. So she looked great in those rehearsals. I do wonder if it will be just her or if there's going to be other people. I didn't notice any props. Maybe they'll recreate the music video and she'll be in like that room. Um, there had been like some teaser that showed like a bar hanging from the ceiling, and I was like, "Oh, in the music video, she had that trapeze thing and she was doing stuff on the trapeze, and I really wanted them to bring that in." I was like, "Oh, maybe that's for her." And then the Erica Vickman clip came out and it looks like the trapeze is actually for Erica. So I don't know what she's going to be doing, but she's definitely going to be dancing. So I have a good feeling about the performance. It will be well performed, but will it be impactful enough? I don't know. I I do have like a really good feeling, and it's just a feeling, but I have a really good feeling about the results for this song. I think the jury will like it. This is another one kind of like with Made of, where it just feels a little bit more original, a little bit more contemporary, a little bit closer to where pop music is like right now. Um, and since a lot of the jurors, at least in Eurovision, tend to be more on the pop side of the industry, I think that bodes pretty well for this song. The public definitely likes it. And even though she is an established artist, she hasn't been doing much in the past years. So it's not like she has a bunch of people who have like necessarily, been following all the tracks that she put out in the last 2 years, because she really didn't. So it's a comeback artist, and people are choosing to listen to the song in the comeback. So I think people are going to vote for it because they like it. I do think it could also get the wine mom vote because the lyrics are sort of like, like, okay, I'm 34. I just turned 34. I'll be 35 this year. And like the song, matches where I am in my life. And so if you're like a 30 to 45-year-old woman, and maybe you've got a few kids, or you're settled into your career professionally, and then you're thinking about this song and thinking back to your crazy days of your youth, but maybe like how the way life is actually pretty damn good right now as you're just doing your own thing, like that. And those are the people who have money to vote. So I do think that there is a huge chance for her. I think this could be the shock win of UMK. Maybe it'll flop and she'll come fifth. But I do have a feeling that this could be the shock win, that it might be the perfect combination. If she really pulls off the live, that the juries are going to eat it up, the wine moms are going to eat it up, the regular audience is going to like it. You know, I feel the possibility. I feel it. However, the community vote from Eurovision World does have it second to last. And as I said, like with Ina, I don't think that it's necessarily a good indicator for UMK because people don't vote. Like most of the people voting in that poll aren't voting in UMK. But it could be a bad sign if she actually did shock win UMK and went to Eurovision, because the greater Eurovision public isn't really feeling it. But the Eurovision public changes their mind all the time. So like if Erica Vickman isn't in the running anymore, like those numbers could probably change drastically, and maybe people would end up liking it. It's just they're distracted by the other shiny objects in the contest. I I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll eat my words. But like with the others, I'll have something to say after the rehearsal. That's when we'll know. Okay, I'm going to check the comment section. Some people sad about Puppy. Yeah. Um, Ina is beautiful, but yeah, they do have to be sung perfectly or they lose all their power. And I think that's kind of what happened a little bit last year. Um, Nelli has great potential. She would need a more impactful song. Yeah, but I think she's one of the people who said that she did have a revamp. So maybe the song we've been listening to isn't the same one for the performance, and that she punches it up at the end. So it might be more impactful now. Um, Okay, so yeah, some stuff about Erica. I'm gonna move on to Erica next. Uh, you're 46 and you feel like that. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of people who resonate, and like that Gen X age group is a big age group. So I do think that like it does hit thematically on some things that people are feeling. Um, oh, you thought the trapeze was for Vivi. Actually, that would be cool, but I do think the trapeze is for Erica, because they were showing it a lot in her Road to UMK video. So I don't think they would have shown someone else's props that much if they weren't for her. Okay, so yes, let's move on to the eighth song. And see, I'm glad I did this as a live stream because I'm already at 35 minutes. My computer would be overheating like mad. I would have had to stop the video like twice already. I'm glad I did this on a live. And sorry to the people who voted for a regular video, but the difference between a regular video and a live video actually isn't too much, other than it's a lot more work for me. And if you love me, you don't want me to be overworked. So, okay. Erica Vickman, Ish Comment. It is third of the UMK songs currently in streaming. It is eighth in the top 50. So again, a top 10 song. That is, oh, I'm sorry, Cookie, scared her. That is amazing. Like, artists dream of having a top 10 song. Like, it's so good. And it's so good for UMK that there's like 3 people who are in the top 10, and then Costee, who's just a little bit out of it. Okay, as far as video views, it might as already well be a Eurovision video. This video has 772,000 views. It's gonna hit 1 million views. Wait, is that right? Yeah, it's gonna hit 1 million views in a matter of weeks or days. It could be at 1 million views by the end of the week. If she wins, it's gonna be like crazy. And even with the reaction videos, I've got like 26,000 views on my reaction video to that song. That's an insane number for me. It's like my 5th most viewed video ever, and it just came out. So like, not only are people watching the video, they're watching the videos of people reacting to the videos. Like, people can't literally get enough of the video. And that's because the video is probably one of the most visually interesting. Like, she's gorgeous, obviously. There's a lot of body going on. It's, you know, it's very powerful. So I see why it's obviously like the most viewed. And then just like with Costee, when I watched the rehearsal clip and then also the like Road to UMK video, my heart was sinking because it was just more stuff coming out. It looks like there's a trapeze, there's some sort of like an apparatus that she's on that's round that looks like it kind of like the video, and there's also like a mic stand, but it might also be a stripper pole. And there was, I think, something that looked like a guillotine. It just looked like there was a lot going on. And I started thinking of Sini Sabotage, because with that, she had some apparatus. She had some other thing that she got up on. She had all these dancers. There was all this like physical, like sometimes too much is too much. And I'm worried that they're getting to that point. Maybe all those different apparatuses like aren't actually for Erica. That's what I'm hoping right now. Like the trapeze, I hope they have a dancer on the trapeze, not Erica on the trapeze. Or I hope that it's just the song starts with Erica on the trapeze and then she gets off of it and then she's just doing like normal shit for the rest of the thing. Because it just seems like too much. There is obviously this feeling that like Erica's got it in the bag. But I don't know. A lot can happen. If the live is impactful, in the wrong way, she could be in a lot of trouble. Like if the live is impactful because it's messy, then she's not winning. Um, if it's too over the top, like if it's too suggestive, that might put people off. But then Windows 95, man, like the whole thing was simulated nudity. So but the thing is women can get away with a lot less when it comes to like simulated nudity, which I don't actually think that she'd probably do, but especially not after they'd just done it. So, but the juries, there's a possibility that they could find it a little bit too provocative, a little bit too much of a risk. Juries do tend to be risk averse. They don't normally reward it. Um, and the public can be the same way. I did have a disturbing amount of like misogynistic comments on my reaction video, like a lot of negative comments, and on like her regular video too. There was one negative comment on my reaction. It just said Posca. And I don't know if that was Posca to me or if that was Posca to the song, but I just thought it was funny. That it was like so typical, like Finnish people don't say much. It just a Posca. So I mean, this is like a love it or hate it. Sometimes with the public, it's good to be divisive because also people will feel a little bit more strongly if they know that other people hate it, then that motivates them to vote because it makes them them to win even more. You hope this won't be a shock non-win. I think it would be a huge, if anybody other than Erica wins, it will be a shock win. If Erica does not win, it is definitely a shock non-win, because she is like clearly the favorite. But another thing with her is that just like where I'm thinking like which could happen with Aina is that people might feel bad about Sara Sipilä not winning. And in her case, people might be sad about her not winning in 2020, even though Eurovision was canceled, but that doesn't matter. So people might want to vote for her, even if maybe they don't love the song or don't think it's a good one for Eurovision. They still might push her over the edge just because they want her to get her chance, which she didn't get the last time she did it. Not to say that people would be like a pity vote, but it might weigh on some people that it is her time to do it. As I said, the community vote has her at 50%, and it was 14,000 votes. So 7,000 people said that she should win. These are foreigners. Or I'm sure there's some Finnish people, but also a lot of foreigners. UMK motto, more is more. Yeah, more is more, but sometimes more is too much. Sometimes more is too much. And I just hope that that doesn't become the case. And it is really slick. Because I do think that this would be great. And also, like, as far as that 50% is concerned, like, if she does win, that's a great sign for Eurovision, because you already have, like, if she gets picked, she's going to the top of the community ranking. Based on the songs we have currently, people are just going to eat this up. Euro fans are absolutely going to eat it up. And, like, she does have guaranteed success at Eurovision. Also, a lot of people internationally have already been exposed to this song. Like 772,000 views on that video. I can say from my reaction videos that they're about 90% Finnish people. But even if that was true for the main video, like 90% of 700,000 or 10% of 700,000 is still like 70, 80,000 people. Like, it's a shitload of people outside of Finland watching this video. So, I mean, I think her chances are great to win UMK. Her chances are great at Eurovision, guaranteed top 10 spot in Eurovision if she can pull it off. But, like, It ain't over till it's over. And we do have 1 week. A lot can happen. We have to see the rehearsals. Um, you think the only thing that might prevent Erica from winning is if supporters will feel too confident and not vote. Possible, possible. And let's see, last year, so Windows 95 man went last. She's going last. People do have like a little bit of bias for that, for the last song. That is typical. Things later do better in Eurovision, and was the case last year. So last year, 72,506 votes for Windows 95 man. And then for Sara Sipilä, 51,629. So it is possible. And I don't know because I was in the rehearsal and I was in the arena. So I didn't know what it really looked like on TV until after the fact, like when I watched it. So maybe there was a little bit of that where people who maybe would have voted for Sara a few more times, maybe they didn't see the threat of Windows 95 man. Because I mean, 20,000 votes, like that is a lot of votes, but like, how much of it was complacency? They changed the voting this year. What do you mean they changed the voting this year? I thought it was still 75-25. Is that different? Because I haven't seen anybody say that it's different. Um, what's different about the voting? Is it that the voting is open up at the beginning? Because I don't know that that actually has too much of an impact. Oh, the voting starts earlier. More time to vote. So that could help like equalize those songs at the beginning, but I don't know that that is enough to take away the impact of her going last. Because I do think a lot of people, like even me psychologically, I would not vote for a song until I saw how it looked on the stage because it costs money. So like I would wait until the end to vote. Like maybe it actually will help Costee. Like it literally might be that his fans like they start to spam the vote and then they have that whole time to vote. But it will be interesting to see like once the final results come out because like last year it clearly increased as you went. The only exception to that was that Sex Main had a very low number of votes. One free vote in the Uli app. Well, one free vote versus I think like maybe it was 10 or 20 last time. I know I spent so much money that like my SIM card ran out of money. Um, yeah, lots of people. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be voting for their faves, and there are a few like heavy hitters with lots of fans. So like obviously that will apply to Erica, to Costee. Vivi has a ton of fans. Um, yeah, Nelli has fans. Obviously that will hurt um, uh, Nia River and Goldilocks because they don't have huge fan bases in Finland. So they are at a disadvantage, but yeah, you have a weird feeling that Erica won't win. I love to speculate. I love to speculate. I'm honestly not really much of a predictor. I'm not a gambler. My dad was a gambler. My dad loved gambling. He loved the horses. He loved slot machine. He loved it all. He would have loved Finland. Gambling everywhere in Finland. Oh my God, it's insane. The gambling here. You can gamble at the grocery store. I couldn't believe it. Las Vegas levels of degeneracy with the gambling in Finland. Shocking. So I'm not a gambler, but if I was to put money on a winner, I would put money on Erica Vickman and I would put money on Nelli Matula because I do think she's got a chance. I'm talking like $20 and $5 kind of a thing. But I'm not a betting man. So I'm not a betting man, but I am going to vote. As I said, I will wait to vote until I've seen everyone, although I will have been at the rehearsal. So I'm going to be in the rehearsal, and then I have press accreditation, so I'll also be in the press room, which means I'll be there for the press conference with all of the artists before the final happens. And they do have a bit of time where the people in the press room can work. So I will try to give updates. I will be giving constant updates on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram at eSpotPod. I'm at eSpotPod everywhere. But I'll be doing stories, stuff. I will try to jump on and do a live stream here on YouTube to give you guys a rundown. If it's not possible, it's not possible, but I will try. I promise you, I will try. And then for the final, I did sell my tickets. Me and Maxine Rainbow sold our tickets because we're going to be at the rehearsals with the press group. So in the evening, I'll actually watch on TV. So I will have the live in arena experience and then the evening TV experience, which is when I will cast my votes. I will be transparent with everybody after I vote who I voted for and how many times I voted. But yeah, at this point, I'm just so excited. I can't wait to see my best friend Maxine Rainbow again. Cookie is coming to Tampere with me, so she will be there. I will be partaking in all the festivities possible. I have some really fun outfit planned. And actually, the whole time that I've been on this, I just got a new pair of shoes for UMK. And I've had them on because I need to break them in and warm them up. But oh, look at those shoes. Look at these crazy shoes, you guys, with the hearts and the rainbows all over them. I'm so obsessed with these shoes. So I've been warming them up over here while I've been on the call. So if you see me, if you're going to be at UMK and you see me around, definitely come say hi. I'm very friendly. Maybe you'll see Cookie because I will have her with me. I might have to be like between the like rehearsal and the final. I'm gonna have to find time to take Cookie to go potty. So you might actually see me running out of the arena with Cookie in my arms because I'm staying at the arena hotel. So be on an eye out for me. Be on an eye out for Cookie. Definitely follow on Instagram. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. There's been like 60 people on this the whole time. I love each and every one of you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing your thoughts in the comments. And we'll see you next time. Bye.